I'm really delighted to have received this award, and yes, many, many thanks to the judges and the organisation for that. It's, I think, especially exciting for me because of all the connections that this book brings together for me, and connections with people who've been involved along the way. So much of it came out of a collaboration with the artist Ben Stammers, and also with my husband Alan Holmes, thinking about sound in the city of Bangor, and walking through it and thinking about those spaces in terms of, you know, what you see and hear. And my writing was very much in conversation with them. And then there's another part of the book that was very much to do with a project by the artist Miranda Well in Aberystwyth, the response to her crawling over landscapes dressed as sheep. So I didn't do that, but my poetry was in dialogue with her. So I think to receive a recognition for this book is also to receive a recognition for all of those conversations that went into it, and also with people in Bangor. So I organised with Ben walks along the river Ather, and that there were lots of people in Bangor who contributed to this book, and so it's a conversation with where I live, and for that reason I'm very, very happy to have received this award. I think in this time of COVID-19, we've become very aware of contact and contagion and infection, our closeness to people or our distance from them, often in a negative way. But you know, language is also a kind of contact between people, and you know, a very necessary and vital one. And so I've been thinking a lot actually about the different communities in which I sort of live and exist as a writer, and what they mean to me. So I suppose just this prize, I suppose, shows up some of those connections, and you know, really happy to be on the shortlist with other writers from Bangor University, Alice Conran, for example, and Evan Morgan Jones. And so, yeah, so you're aware of certain kinds of proximity, and also perhaps it's been a chance to be in touch with people who are normally further away. And so, as so many conversations has been virtual, it's been just as easy to be in touch with poets, as I have in the last couple of weeks, in Mexico or Bolivia or Chile, and really think about this moment that's happening. You know, I suppose differently in different parts of the world, but you know, we're all experiencing this sort of strange disturbance, and maybe it's made other kinds of community possible. So I've been thinking about translation. I've been, you know, translating poems, and for me that is yeah, a very positive side of contagion or contamination is thinking, you know, how languages interact with each other, and how we infect each other's ideas. And I think we need to keep doing that. The Wales Book of the Year means something really special to me, I think, because of what it says about the place of literature in public life in Wales. And I think that's part of a bigger picture. I think literature is valued in Wales, and there are structures that show that, and have shown that to me in lots of different forms over many years. And I think going right back to the mid 90s, when I wanted to start a little magazine, and received a very small amount of money from the Arts Council of Wales, and it was a kind of validation, or a welcoming into something that I have felt very welcomed by. And I think that work continues now, and I look at what Poetry Wales is doing, the efforts of the new editor Jonathan Edwards to really bring on new writers, to seek out young poets, and that's very, very exciting, I think, and I'm glad to see that supported. So the arrival of this award, it may not be marked by the glittering occasion in Aberystwyth, but it coincides with the very exciting event in Menai Bridge, which is the reopening of the Auckland Arms. So if it stops raining, I will go for a very quiet, socially distanced drink in the beer garden to celebrate.